Ladies and gentlemen, there are many mothers in India tonight who are mourning the loss of their sons, wives who won't see their husbands again, children for whom the last memory of their father would be in a tricolour, wrapped and in a coffin. And India stands with them in their hour of grief, even though we can never, ever imagine the depth of the desolation they must be feeling tonight. Nobody can even bear to imagine what those homes would be like today. We understand how it feels to lose your loved one for the greater good of the country. And what could be worse for those men who survived this attack, knowing that their fellow men have been laid down to rest while fighting alongside them, only because there were a few Maoist terrorists who actually wanted to hoodwink them and trap them. And that's the sentiment Union Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah shared when he met with injured Jawans in Raipur. He sent an unequivocal message that their sacrifice will not go in vain. This even as some in the country continue to speak about the state as the oppressor. The Home Minister made it very clear that this fight cannot and will not stop. We've paid a price, yes we have. We've lost our loved ones. We've lost all those 22 men who have not thought about it even once before they laid down their lives. But this march against these terrorists has to continue. So the legitimate question tonight is just one. Dehshat and Deshdroh, is it still going to be seen as just dissent? That's the question and the debate. Afzal lobby, speak up. That's the hashtag, ladies and gentlemen, and the debate coming up.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And Mr. Sunit Chopra, I want to ask you, today, will you say that these people who have gunned down 22 of our braves are actually terrorists? Will you condemn this act of terror against India's forces?
Why not? This is a very clear thing. An act of terror is an act of terror. But what I would like to point out is, what about the government that put them in such a position without adequate knowledge and without adequate planning for defending their lives? To me, one section of the Indian people fighting another section of the Indian people and resulting in so many deaths is something that is terribly sad. And I am deeply, deeply sad that ordinary, perfectly honest, perfectly patriotic Indians have suffered something on account of a government that has constantly been doing these kind of things. From Kargil
who are these
to
people that you are lamenting
to
tonight, Sunit Chopra?
to this.
Are they our braves that you are lamenting, or are there some other people who are,
Yes,
you are
of
shedding
course.
a couple
Who
of tears for?
Who else? But I do not want Indian citizens to be killed. If Sadhvi Pragya can become an MP in Bhopal after being a saffron terrorist, then I believe every Indian ultimately can be brought round by talking as in Assam and the Bodo movement.
So you want that after these 22 coffins which we are today surrounded by, we should go and actually begin to talk. We should go and begin to talk with these people. What should we talk to them about? No. What do you want us to talk to them about when these people have gunned down? When these people have gunned down our braves who have laid down their lives not because it was their choice, but because they were defending your country and my country, sir. Their children today have been orphaned. Do you want us to go and talk to those people?
Should resign. the Home Minister of India should resign, because without proper study, without proper analysis, people were driven to their death.
You think that left-wing extremism still requires some study, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia?
It happened everywhere.
Sunit Chopra wants to spend another lifetime studying about left-wing extremism and these Maoist terrorists who now they want to mainstream and bring in to Indian politics and elections. They want now talks with them. Gaurav Bhatia.
Navika, I would offer deepest condolences and a heartfelt tribute to the martyrs of our country. And this is from the Bharatiya Janata Party as well and every citizen of our country. The sad part is, let me just come directly to the point. Sunit Chopra did not even care to condemn the terror attack. He started by saying act of terror is an act of terror.
I condemn it. Don't lie.
And you know where it comes from? The ideology when JNU celebrates. Please be quiet. Mr. Lenin, be quiet. I did not speak when you were uttering your rubbish. When you were insulting the martyrs. I did not say a word.
Unequivocally.
Karl Marx. Karl Marx, ये उंगली जो है ना चाइना लेके जाओ बदतमीजी मत करना प्लीज नाविका प्लीज नाविका these people are real criminals.
Mr. Sunit Chopra, the left parties are the only parties who don't need to go to elections because nobody in the country, wants them to come. In West Bengal, you've laid down. But, going and campaigning for elections is called dancing around. Sunit Chopra, just calm down. Just calm down. I want to get Gaurav Bhatia to complete his point. I'm running out of time. I need to get in Tehseen and Shehzad in. Gaurav Bhatia, are these people worth having any talks with? Plain and simple, the Maoist terrorists.
These Maoist terrorists will not be spared as stated by Amit Shah ji, and the valor of our soldiers will not go in vain. But look at what Congress is saying. Raj Babbar, I have this news clipping and I just want to read a statement. नक्सली क्रांति कर रहे हैं, ये भटके हुए क्रांतिकारी हैं, भोले भाले, उनका अधिकार छीना जा रहा है, अपना अधिकार पाने के लिए प्राणों की आहुति दे रहे हैं. आज सोनिया गांधी, राहुल गांधी बाहर निकल के बताएं कि वो किसके साथ खड़े हैं, हमारे वीर जवानों के, देश के, कि इन भोले भाले भटके हुए क्रांतिकारियों के.
It's absolutely important, Tehseen Poonawalla, to take a position today. Are you with those who gunned down these brave soldiers of our country? Are you with those who have made their children orphans? Are you with those who have paid the price with their lives, and their mothers today are sitting possibly looking for the last time at their sons' bodies wrapped up in the tricolor? Are you with those? And do you think wo bhatke hue hain? Are they people who have just lost their way, or are they people who have actually acted against this country?
The entire Congress leadership in Chhattisgarh was wiped out by red terror. Congress has regularly sacrificed its life to fight red terror and has ended red terror in Andhra Pradesh. The BJP is in alliance with the Tripura Liberation Front that wants independence from India. Independence from India. They are in alliance with them. Narendra Modi ji has not given you the Nagaland Accord, which is with the lefties and with these Naxalites. Please ask Mr. Amit Shah to resign, because Mr. Amit Shah is the worst home minister that this country has had, and he's a colossal failure. From China to Sukma yesterday, Amit Shah ji is responsible for the amount of martyrs that we've had.
Shehzad Poonawalla, one of their leaders will tweet there should be bulletproofs and they shouldn't have been sent. Was bulletproof given to every soldier in India when their government was in power? Well, it should be. There is no debate on that. But the fact of the matter is, will they actually look at the issue in the eye and respond? Are they with the Naxals? Are they with these terrorists? Or are they with the Braves?
On a day when India is outraged and we should all be united in saluting our braves, here you see siyasat over shahadat. And I'll tell you, more dangerous than these terrorists with guns, these Naxal terrorists with guns, are the intellectual terrorists sitting on our screens with microphones. They are the ones who justify, romanticize and patronize terror in the name of Maoism and Naxalism. Ironically, these were the same people who labelled these Vara Vara Raos and their ilk as urban Naxals in 2013. They were the same ones who put all of these people in jail, whether it was Mr. Vara Vara Rao or whether it was Vernon Fernandez. But today, just for the sake of Modi Virod, they will come out and call them dissenters, not Deshdrohis, as they should be. They will advocate talks like Gaurav Bhatia rightly pointed out, from Digvijay Singh to Manishankar Iyer to Shashi Tharoor, calling them misguided youth. The problem is that we are dealing with red terror. Naxalism has come down from 120 odd districts to 30 odd districts. 27% it's down. But the problem is that the supporters of red terror, Maoism and Naxalism only in the name of Modi Virod. Well, one manifestation is Tehseen Poonawala, the other is Rahul Gandhi, and the third is Comrade Sunit Chopra. I cannot even get Mr. Sunit Chopra to condemn unequivocally the ideology of Mao or the Naxal terror without attaching a condition.
Ladies and gentlemen, on a day, we should have had no difficulty in taking a position against Maoist terrorists and standing with the families of our martyrs. On such a day, there are some who will continue to debate. We are not listening to their debate because what is important is the fight against this terrorism and our homage to our braves. Salute them.